Hey, my name is Joel and welcome to my Path to Peak Performance podcast, where I share bi-weekly updates on my journey, on my path to become better, stronger, etc. As usual, I will give updates on how my badminton journey is and then how calisthenics journey is, and in the end I will have some general updates. So for the past 2 weeks, I'm finally came back from all of those different travels which were happening here and there, and had more or less stable trainings for those 2 weeks, which is really great. What does that mean in terms of badminton? Usually my trainings are on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, 2 trainings each of those days. In the evenings I have group trainings, and in the mornings I have one-on-one trainings with my coach. But as I mentioned a few times already, I was struggling a bit with my achilleus, which sometimes hurts. I still am. And usually it has been that after Monday, I'm more or less okay. Maybe feel tiny something, but on Tuesday, by the evening, definitely by Wednesday's training, everything is fine. Wednesday's trainings go okay, then I feel a bit more, but by Friday it's kind of okay. And then Friday goes, and then like during weekend it hurts. But then by Monday it's again okay. Sometimes if it hurts a bit more, maybe I skip some training. So I was kind of barely managing it, and that's not nice. I don't think that gives enough time for my achilles to like recover and to get stronger, so that I wouldn't have those issues in the future. And what I was trying to do in the past 2 weeks is give a bit more time in between sessions. So what I did is I still did my Monday morning and evening training. On Friday I did only evening training, and on Wednesday I did one morning training, but it was focused more on like skills, like of the shots, how to like hit and like some reactions, etc., without too much movement on the court, which give my foot time to rest between Monday and Friday, more or less. A bit about like calisthenics part, the one that relates to badminton, is that usually on Wednesdays and Saturdays is my leg day, like small one, and during that one I also do some exercises which are sort of for achilles as well, which are basically single leg raises. I do them both with like straight knee and with bent knee for the soleus. I don't do much of them. I do like 2 sets on each leg currently, so nothing crazy, but still I feel like it's affecting achilles, but it's less affecting than the full session of badminton, and it's like strengthening those muscles that are there around the achilles, so it should hopefully help. And yeah, the previous week and this week it has been quite okay. This week I haven't felt almost anything from my achilles. On Friday I felt it for like a few minutes in the morning when I exited my building. I don't know, like it was strange. It's not like hurting, but there was something. It's really hard to explain it. And then it was gone. I went also in the evening to the training. Training was fine. I didn't feel anything. Today's Saturday when I'm recording, and I don't know, I feel kind of something-ish, but not really. It feels more like it's the muscles or something down there is tired than like I have like pain. So I feel that this cadence is pretty okay currently, and I will keep going with it. So Mondays, both trainings, the morning one-on-one one, which also like has like full movements, etc., around the court. The evening one, in the evening on Monday we usually have half an hour of some like exercises which are more for warming up, and then we have an hour of playing matches with different people. On Wednesdays I will do this session which is focused more on like technique without movement, or like at least much movement, almost nothing. Of course you need to like move it, you just stand in a spot, but not like focused on like heavy like fast movement reactions, etc. More like with the hand and movement only if I need to a bit adjust to where the shuttle is coming. And on Friday I will go only on evening one, maybe add soonish the morning one as well. And the plan is to go like that until I feel that maybe for at least 2 weeks I didn't have any, but like really any pain on my achilles. Then I will try to add a bit something. either add this like Wednesday training again, but try not to go like full power on it, etc., and see for like a week or two how it goes, and then like maintain it for like a bit, and this will get me more or less to my regular regime. There are some additional sessions that I would like to add, which are like this, yeah, focused primarily on some like reactions or techniques. Usually when I was doing like full 2 sessions on all of the 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I used to do them with movement, so not much focused on like some skills, maybe some spins like a bit in the end, etc., on one-on-ones, or if you did like something a bit on a first part of this group training where we usually do some practices. Later on we mostly play. So yeah, but overall it seems like this is kind of working out, so I'm happy about it, and I hope that it progresses and I get fast to not having pain in my achilleus finally, so that I can properly progress in badminton, because this is like holding me back a bit. You might be wondering why I don't go to some physiotherapy and try these kind of things out. I did try some things, but the biggest problem is that when I do have this pain in achilleus, it's not that like kind of I have it like for days, etc. And this physiotherapist, like the one that like I really liked, that helped me with like other stuff, she's like so busy, and it's really hard to get like time like quick. So if I want to set up a time, I need to set it up in like several weeks in advance at least. And at that time when I come, I might not have any pain, and I don't even know like how to describe it. She cannot do any like these tests to see like what part is problematic, because I will not feel anything. And then like this physio is useless, and all the standard exercises for stuff around the achilleus, YouTube is full of them. I have looked and read all around it, and I can do those exercises myself. I don't need help from a physiotherapist for that. Physiotherapists can help me potentially with noticing stuff that I cannot see, and they can't notice it like if I don't have like any issue, and my problem is not that severe that I have like pain for a long time, which is like great. But from another perspective, it's like it sometimes comes there and like bothers you, so I cannot properly train, or like I risk maybe to like get it even worse. But then it's like really short windows where I feel something decent enough so somebody can take a look at it. I went even to like to ultrasound, etc., and then the tendon is fine. There is like no issue. So that's great. But again, it's a challenge, but I am working on overcoming it, and it might take some time, but we'll get there. Other than my achilleus, I feel that my badminton has improved a lot. It's really hard to describe, but there is this feeling of like when you play, and then you know that I don't know, you think, okay, like what will I do now? Like this is the score. Like how will I win? Or like, oh, I lost so many points, or whatever. And you always think like, yeah, like don't think about it, just play, just enjoy, etc. And it's like really easy to say that, but it's not that easy to execute. And I feel that like recently, for quite a while now, I don't remember this feeling when I was thinking like, oh shit, like this is the score, will I win, what is going to happen, etc. I'm more like really present with the game. I'm like enjoying playing and thinking about the shuttle, about what I'm doing, or like more like not like thinking, but like really being there with the game. So I think this is like really great, and it made a big difference. I really feel that the results are better. Like when I play with people, I see how much easier some things are to play, how the scores are better than they used to be. It's still not fully there. I still feel that I'm not like maybe like fully present in a sense that like I'm like all around, not like just in the game. But I'm not like anymore like worrying what will be like with a shot, will I hit it well, what if they do this or that, like, and it's a bit hard to describe with words, but I can feel the difference, and I feel like it's some kind of like level up, and it's really great. So yeah, looking forward to expanding it further and hopefully like resolving the issue with my achilleus. That's it more or less about badminton. I have now like some time to train. Next competitions are in January, so I have like a month to get better, and then we can see. Regarding calisthenics, yeah, again, 2 weeks finally of like stable, constant trainings. I started from my simplest mesocycle. I will maybe in some other videos describe like what actually I do when I train. But yeah, and it's definitely noticeable that I'm weaker, since there has been a period during which I haven't trained properly, or like mostly at all, because I was traveling and had like a bit issue with this shoulder. But I am like back in training. It doesn't anymore like feel like tough. Like when I was just came back and started, it felt really challenging to go on a training. As much as I was missing it, it was like hard to start. But now, yeah, it's like again part of my regular routine. I'm doing it. I feel that yes, I'm a bit weaker in things, but I'm bringing them up. I am trying to not go crazy right away. I don't want to injure myself, but yeah, things are moving, and that's really great. Nothing much more specially to say about calisthenics. Yeah, no special progressions, but yeah, getting back there. Now about some general updates. Yeah, I was looking at this, like what to put into this like podcast. I have these general updates where I can talk about how my journey has been, what has happened in the past 2 weeks, and so forth. But then to some people that's maybe not that interesting to hear. Some people told me that they would like to hear more about some like tips and tricks and what stuff specifically I do for training, what do I eat and what not. And I was thinking like a lot how to like fit this in this episode, where I like every time have like a bit of something like this and then give my update, etc. And what ultimately I think I decided for now, again it might change in the future, but for now I think that I will just be blubbering a bit like this, like I have right now, about what has happened with my badminton, calisthenics, and if there was something else significant, and about this specific stuff, like kind of like how do I train, what stuff I do, etc, etc. For that I will make more kind of dedicated videos to those things, like I don't know, what do I eat, like why, how, etc. Maybe some training programs, like what do I do, etc. and so forth. How is my progress with some like specific skill over time. So for all of those I will do like separate videos. So those of you who want to see this kind of stuff, this might be more interesting for you. But this podcast, if we can call it like that, will kind of stay and be more just my short blubbering about how the progress have been for the past 2 weeks, more like journal and my reflection on how things went. So yeah, that's shortly it. And one thing that happened was also Black Friday recently, and I have also like spent some money on things that maybe I don't need but wanted to try out. One of them is this DNA test kit for your biological age and stuff, and the same one that this Brian guy who has like the blueprint that everybody knows about, it's like popular, and who invested in like 2 million to his health so that he can reduce his age and be like young and healthy and stuff. So the same like test that he took to measure what's his rate of aging and how like old he is biologically. I purchased it. I'm still waiting for the kit to come. I live in Europe and this comes from US, so I don't even know how this will like work, but let's see. I will probably make like separate video about that. And one other thing related also to this well-being, health and stuff, I ordered finally the thing that I had for a while thinking about, and I will make a separate video about that as well, and that's a red light panel for this like red light therapy. There is decent amount of stuff showing that this is like good for your skin. It's not that I don't care about my skin, but this is not my primary focus. I'm hoping for like 2 things. One is that in Estonia, where I live, there is not much sunlight, especially not during the winter times, and doing this exposure to this red light in the mornings will hopefully like help kind of bridge a bit the gap between having actual sunlight. And the second thing that I'm hoping to get from there is maybe, I don't know, some help with like muscle recovery and tissue recovery after trainings, etc. But I will make, as I said, the separate video about that, and then we can see like how useful that was, etc, etc. Anyway, I think this is it for today. Please, as usual, write if you have some comments, feedback, suggestions on how to make this like more useful for you, and what are the things that you would like to see or hear me share. And until then, see you in 2 weeks. Bye.